All right. We're into the next game. Byun vs. Dark, game number 2. We're on Oceanborn. Yeah, actually, don't they have laws for, like, certain areas? Like, if you work on it, like, if you're a part of a farm or something, like your family owns a farm, don't you get to drive a lot earlier or something like that? I believe that's the case, but maybe I'm... Thanks, Stanky. No, I believe that's the case. Farmer's license. There you go. So, we'll see how many Reapers that Byun wants to make this game, right? Last game he made 2. Will he go with the 2 again into the quicker tech? Will he go for Banshee play? You know, last game Dark prepared for a 2-on-1, which I thought it was going to be, and I could see the whole map. But yeah, I guess the Tech Lab kind of gave away it was going to be Banshee, obviously. He might do the same thing. Byun gets stuck on builds sometimes. Sometimes he decides, you know what, we're just gonna do this one build over and over and over. So, third Reaper. Now, is that just because the Overlord is over the barracks? Dude, imagine if he had started a Marine there. No, it's gonna fly away anyways. But 6 Lings on the way, as well as a couple Queens. So Dark getting ready to parry this. You know what's funny? I used to talk so much shit on Reaper versus Ling. This what you're seeing, but now it matters because everyone goes 3 Reaper. Before it, like, literally actually didn't matter, and people would argue with me on Reddit because they're fucking stupid and they have Dunning-Kruger effect. But yeah, it's nowadays it actually does matter, so I can't even talk shit on it anymore. It's like, yeah, damage those Lings extra because you have two more Reapers coming. And, you know, that's like, that will build up the damage over time. So he's putting pretty heavy damage on the third hatch. Normally when you go just 3 Reaper, you should not be able to kill that third hatch. I think I saw it happen one time, but like you probably should not be able to do it. He's actually putting really serious damage there. Speed is almost done. I do think Dark will save this. Like, I would be pretty surprised if Dark doesn't save this. Got a couple more Lings coming in. Oh, speed is almost done. It was so close there. Okay, so Byun backs up. Dark does save the hatch. All right, so, you know, Stim, this time it is a 2-on-1. So this looks exactly the same, but he's making a reactor instead of a tech lab on the factory. So this actually will be the 2-on-1. I think Dark will react the same way as he did last game. Because you might look at this and say, oh, is it going to be 2 Banshees? Maybe he'll get Spores earlier. And that would be Byun's game 1 build, setting up Dark to be a bit behind in game 2. So that would be kind of cool. But we don't see +1 carapace. I think what we are going to see is Spores going down in, you know, what, 45 seconds or something like that. You know, I think that's, yeah, it seems that way. I think that Byun is actually kind of out mind game Dark here. So just to put this in perspective, guys, right? So this build looks like 2-on-1, which is 2 barracks Marines, 1 factory, 1 starport. The starport goes for 2 medevacs, and you go across the map with, I believe with the new stim timing, it's like 14 Marines most of the time, but this is a different build altogether, so it's probably 16 Marines. And the counter to that is like 7 Queens and +1 carapace on the way with speedlings. So that's what he did last game against this, but Byun went double cloaked Banshee and just screwed around with the Marines. Oh, actually it's 12 Marines. Okay. That makes sense. Anyways, so he actually did not react that way this game. Dark has reacted in a completely different way. You You know, he's only got 5 queens here. Normally you block this with 7. And your +1 carapace will finish really quickly. But here we're going to have Stim. And here Dark's going to look at this and say, oh, this is actually a little bit harder to hold than what I was expecting. He doesn't have really the proper counter, but he brings more queens out immediately. He brings all of his queens to the front. And Byun just dodges it. He's just cleaning up creep. This was cool. This way, when you look at the 2 games collectively together, it becomes much more beautiful, right? If this is just a single standalone game, you might look at it and say, well, this doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you look at it in the context of game 1, there's like a lot of moving parts here that these 2 have done against each other. So very, very cool stuff. 1-1 is coming up a little bit slower for Dark than it is for Byun. He's already got that baneling speed on the way, as well as burrow once again. Seems like he's really digging burrow lately. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. You know, we don't really get damage from Byun, but he's keeping the creep spread really far back. So if he continues down this road of kind of keeping creep spread back, that's going to make his next push strong, right? Like when you see someone play a build that's oftentimes, oh man, he forces the cancel, very nice, and loses almost nothing. But when you see someone play something like a 2-on-1 and then really not pressure the queens, not pressure for lings and stuff like that, and instead remove creep, that means that they're setting up for a later timing, right? And here he does get the cancel there, and part of that is that the creep was kept very far back, and he's poking and he's prodding with it, as he should, but trying not to lose anything here because he wants it as part of the big push that's going to be coming a little bit later. So you just see him continually pick up. You know, he's like, well, can I kill anything? And the answer is very little right at this moment. But again, this push that will be coming up from Byun. Now, honestly, I don't think the push is now. I think the perfect timing for this, if he starts 2-2, is exactly when 2-2 finishes. I would be very happy if he tries to play it like that. Starts +2. Come on. Because if you look at this, right, like he set himself up for the continuation of upgrades with that armory, right, and getting the 2-2. And then he's also set himself up for having a higher amount of splash damage with, ooh, nice. I didn't even see that there. Burrowed banelings. But also he set himself up nicely with the second factory to have more splash damage. So like while you can pressure with something like this, this should only be a pressure. And you can see him turning around there, right? And I don't think he's turning around because of this small harassment. But I think what you're supposed to do with what Byun has is more of a roaming play. Like trying to force your opponent to make units rather than drones. If he fully commits with that army he has on the map, I think that is going to lead to a Dark victory. Because I don't believe that he's going to get a hatchery with this. Oh, Dark actually runs the drones, so maybe he's a bit more scared of that than what I thought. Now, Baneling's rolling in through the... Oh my god, that's a sick hit right there. That is a sick hit. Now, Dark is not going to try to save this. He actually is going to give this hatch up. So this was actually a beautiful play from Byun. My bad. I actually thought that Dark was going to jump down on top of that ASAP. But yeah, this is nice. Now Byun coming up the ramp, and Dark decides to come down and fight. Oh man, the tanks are doing so much work on those Banes. That's insane. That was so inefficient for Dark. Byun has to be very, very happy with that spot. And despite losing all those SCVs, still has a very healthy SCV count at 64. This is a planet with reverse gravity, nothing special. Dude, it's water, man. Things just float up in water. Don't you know that? Like when whales die, they float to the surface. So, still poking and prodding here. Ooh, and he only detonates 2. I love it. The preciseness of Dark. I love it. Another poke onto this hatch. Not going to be able to get that one. Byun putting out such a nice game here. +3 carapace coming up. Oh, man. You think this area is safe because you already hit a baneling landmine there. But it's not. Go ahead, Byun. Take a couple steps forward. Dude, Dark is so on top of everything. Holy crap. He's winning GSL. All right, Dark. Let's see if he can defend here. Some well-placed mines in here for sure. Byun microing back. Let's see what the mine hits look like. Ooh, that was a good mine drag. The second mine hit, very good for Byun. Planetary definitely doing its job there. Not sure if that unburrow is going to be any good. I guess you can't be on top of everything, Dark. Well, the parasitic bombs sucking up some of these medevacs still. Yeah. Doesn't seem likely that's going to do too much. Now the parasitic bomb comes out nice. You will be able to clean that pretty easy without the medevac there. Some pretty decent engages there from Dark, but his supply is pretty low at this point. You know, he's trying to get 5 base. Again, he's having kind of a harder game getting up to that 5 base. +3 attack is going to be finishing here for Byun pretty quickly. He's got his upgrades just slightly ahead of Dark's in both ways. The Ultros Cavern has started, but it's going to be a while before chitinous plating and Ultra Speed is done. So, you know, Dark is still going to have to take a couple more engagements at least with Ling Bane. Two more starports coming up for Byun. That's interesting. I wonder what that's for. It can't just be medevacs. I mean, I guess maybe when you get to this stage of the game, you don't want to wait and micro getting reactors. So you could just add 2 starports and it just kind of makes it so you can make 4 at a time. That's kind of what makes most sense to me here. I don't think this is a game where you're adding in Liberators right now. Maybe later against Ultra. But right now, it's not that good against Ling Bane. Ooh, trying to snipe down. Does get that Viper. Really nice. Oh, man, this mine over here. Getting ready for some mass kills. Another kill on a hatchery. Byun just continuing to press. Look at that. Units lost. 50% more for Dark. That's what playing Ling Bane against Byun looks like. So some more mine drops coming up here as well. 6 drop overlords. What? What is he doing with 6 drop overlords? Dude, what is that? Is he going to try to drop in the main, or is he going to try to like drop every base at once? I honestly am not sure of what this idea is. Drilling Claws coming up for Byun. Is it a fake drop? Is that it? I think that it might be a fake drop. It's down at the bottom right now. Yeah, it seems like Byun... Is Byun pulling back? No, he's not. I'm like watching the mini-map right now just so you guys understand. Down at the very bottom of the map, you see like globs of red flying around. I believe that's the 6 drop lords. I think Dark is trying to trick Byun into slowing him down, but it doesn't seem to be working. So many Lings come up that they actually kill the planetary in a matter of seconds. This big spread drop doing a pretty darn good job as well from Byun. Byun just about maxed out. Doesn't seem like there's a lot left here for Dark. GG.